So I decided to take a look at Ulta. I mean, this is one of those businesses that's just never, ever going to go out of business. At least to me, anyways, I don't see it happening. During this whole corona pandemic, yeah, everything is shut down unless people are going to be using makeup during the quarantine. So that's a great opportunity to actually get it at a cheaper price. So let's see what's happening here. Oh, dang it, I missed it at a good time. It dropped down to 123 at one point. But is there a chance that it'll come back down to a cheap, or even go to a cheaper price? So let's see. Right now I want to look at and kind of figure out when it started falling, and it looks like it actually started at around August of last year. It's been dropping for a little bit, so maybe they've lost some had lower volume in sales. I'm not 100% sure, considering makeup isn't my thing personally. I personally still have to look more into the business. This is the first time I've really looked into it. But yeah, I just thought it was a great idea to look into, considering everyone's quarantined right now. A lot of women aren't going to Ulta to focus on makeup. Everyone's mainly focused on finding toilet paper, sanitizer, mask, stocking on food, and just worried about the future. So if you're looking to get in, if you have the money to spare and you want to get in at a cheaper price, we can try to find that. But take granted, I'm not a financial advisor. This entire video is going to be opinion based and strictly educational. So if you decide you want to buy this stock or trade the stock, whatever, do it at your own risk. You got to do your own due diligence and actually do the additional research on top of that, which means look into the financials and how the company is doing as a whole. So even I have to do further research myself. I'm just looking more at the technical side of things, the charts, since I know how to read a chart. But yeah, you want to actually learn these. It benefits you to actually still look at the additional research. So I want to kind of look at the trend. Oh dang. So it looks like it bounced right off of a trend line. But when did that happen? Did that happen? It looked like it happened last month. Exactly. Yeah. Actually, yeah, March. So, two questions. Can it get cheaper than this? I would think it would get cheaper if this pandemic ended up extending towards the summer, because you'd have to look into things like, is this company trying to expand? Have they taken on a massive debt? And at the same time, what's going on with their product? Are they still making sales and everything else? They're making a lower volume. Actually, they're probably not making any sales at all. There's a potential. I can't say anything going on, considering makeup isn't my thing, like I said. But to me, yeah, it's rising right now. But I still don't see a reason to actually buy this, even though it has risen from, bounced off this trend line. So maybe it'll come back. Maybe it could go to a lower price. I don't see a reason for it to go to a lower price, but at the same time, well, I say based on the chart, I don't see a reason for it to go beyond this point. But it can do that. It doesn't mean that it can't, because if you look at previous videos like my marijuana stock videos like Tilray, it was at a trend line. It broke past that and went down to like 69 cents or something, where it was at supposed to make a return at around, it was at $20. It should have bounced back and started rising in value. At least that was my thoughts initially, but it broke past it and it just went beyond anyone's expectation. It just went extremely low, and all of marijuana stocks just kept tanking. And so, for example, this thing could do similar, especially considering this whole pandemic issue, and considering their stores are closed. I'm pretty confident it's not an essential business. I'm not saying it isn't, considering I haven't looked into it, but based on the charts, potentially it can go lower. It can rise, maybe come back to like 300. Well, no. I'm not going to think that. For real. I'd rather, to me, I would rather bank on the drop, personally, based on my opinions and what's going on, especially if it continued on, stretched throughout the summer, or whatever. We don't know how long this is going to last. If this keeps going on, it's only going to keep hurting more and more businesses. Just like this one. So, maybe we'll be able to catch this at a cheaper price, based on news. And looking at it, let's wait, why? Oh, I never highlighted it. Looking at it, it's bouncing off of a trend here. And let's go see if there has been previous action around that area. So that's where the rise hit. Okay, this site is just being weird for me. This is where our confirmation hit. It just went for a straight rise in value. So I'm just waiting more for a reason for it to drop. Personally, I don't think this thing is going to end soon. So if there's reason for it to come to a cheaper price, hey, I say I'm all for it personally. But I'm still going to look into how this is going to like affect the business as a whole before like I decide to finalize anything personally. Like, I don't even know who owns this business or anything. and how they were doing like towards the beginning of the year or anything. But I know a lot of women are interested in Ulta. They love Ulta. So this is something that I see opportunity with. And if it can continue to grow and survive this, then that leaves a potential. That leaves some good potential gains. So if you thought this video was pretty helpful and you were interested in all this, feel free to give it a like, feel free to share. And if you have any thoughts of your own as far as Ulta is concerned, like, do you have any experience with this stock? What do you think is going to happen with this? Personally, I've never looked into this thing before. If so, there's someone out there who has experience with this company and trades it or purchases their stock and has the information, feel free to comment that information below. And feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. There'll be plenty of information like this. But yeah, for me, at the moment, if I were to get in at a cheaper price, like I said, I would look at it as soon as it comes to the low hundreds.